When you talk about two actors having chemistry on screen, I really can't think of a better example than Mary Tyler Moore and Dick Van Dyke. Growing up, I absolutely loved watching the Dick Van Dyke Show. I was a bit too young to catch it when it originally aired for 5 seasons on CBS during the 60s, but during the 70s, this show seemed to always be on one of the 3 channels that we had in our area. I guess all told we had 5, but 2 of them were PBS affiliates, so they don't really count, right? There were a lot of things to love about the Dick Van Dyke Show, which was nearly canceled at the end of the first season due to low ratings, by the way. The entire cast was great. Along with Mary and Dick, you had Rosemarie, Maury Amsterdam, and Richard Deacon, and they were all a hoot. And I should devote an entire video to the genius of Carl Reiner. The show was just so well done. But at the end of the day, if I had to credit one thing for the show's enduring appeal, I would have to say it was these two. Back when I was watching reruns during the mid-70s, I really thought that they were a couple. They were just so darn believable. When Rob looked Laura in the eyes and said, "I love you," you know what? I believed it. And it turns out there is a reason why I felt that way. Why I believed that these two people were truly in love, and that's because they absolutely were. The truth about Mary and Dick's relationship is that they definitely had feelings for each other. So how do I know that? Well, I recently watched this interview right here on YouTube with Mary and Dick from 1999 where they discussed the feelings that they had for each other while making the show. According to Mary, there was a tremendous amount of romantic chemistry under the surface between these two actors. She went on to say that anyone who happened onto the set of the show during rehearsals would have noticed it. How? Well, believe it or not, Mary says it was evidenced by all the giggling that went on between the two actors. During the interview, Dick was even more blunt about their relationship and said that he had a crush on Mary. Hard to blame the guy. However, they were both quick to point out that they never acted out on those feelings because they were in committed relationships of their own with other people. A few years later, in another interview, Mary said that the two of them simply clicked as real people. Indeed they did. While both of these actors went on to star in other projects that gained massive notoriety, I think it's notable that Dick Van Dyke has said that the time spent with Mary making the Dick Van Dyke Show is the work that he is most proud of. Speaking of Mary, did you know that she almost wasn't cast as Laura Petrie? Yep, it's true. She wasn't among the actresses that were initially called into audition for the role. It was only after Danny Thomas, who was visiting with Carl Reiner one day, remembered a pretty young woman who had auditioned for his show as his daughter, but hadn't gotten the role because Danny thought she was too pretty for anyone to believe that she'd be related to him. Well, he thought that she might be perfect for the role of Laura Petrie. As a result, Carl called Mary in to read with Dick, and we all know things worked out pretty darn well. You know, I've got to hand it to this Danny Thomas guy. He's also at least partially responsible for bringing the Andy Griffith Show to network TV, and for that I am forever grateful. It's hard to imagine a world without the friendly little town of Mayberry, North Carolina in it. It really is. I know, you might be saying to yourself, what's this guy talking about? Mayberry doesn't exist. It's a fictional town on a fictional show. Well, that, my friends, may be true. But then again, I like to think of Mayberry as a state of mind, a place that we can all visit if we try hard enough. Alright, enough about Andy Griffith on a video that is supposed to be all about these two wonderful people. They truly loved each other. They didn't have to be romantically involved to absolutely adore each other. Their platonic love affair blossomed into a beautiful friendship that lasted a lifetime. Alright, now it's your turn. Please share your memories in the comments section, and while you're at it, I'd love a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I would be absolutely honored if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about music, movies, and mostly television from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.